ladies and gentlemen, it's prime time to rhyme with the Dark Drummer, and today I am bringing you a behind the wheels with, hopefully as you can notice by the title, Old Man. I know it's been a very long time since the last time I've done this, and I'm glad that I can finally bring it to you. So without further ado, let's get started. Old Man, or Wheelchair Guy as you may know him, his real name is, as you may be surprised, Skrillex. You heard me right, folks, Skrillex. Let's start at Skrillex as he is today. He's happy as could be, energized by dubstep, and happy that it is so popular. He one day walks outside and suddenly sees an old man drive by and run and try to break into his house. He immediately whacks him to death with his iPod and goes on with his day. For 2 years he makes music and entertains millions, but then his fans start going dark and using his music in human sacrifice rituals after seeing one of his videos using a sacrifice in one of the clips. This causes an explosion of anarchy, and the military would have been able to contain it, but the dubstep fans had gotten access to automatic firearms before they were deployed. Skrillex was the first person to blame for the chaos, and because he was blamed by the government, he was also considered a criminal. The stress had immensely aged him, giving him gray hair and pretty much gray facial hair and wrinkles, and for the next 20 years he spent his years in solitude on a Pacific island, where no one actually bothered him. But then one day, a man was able to contact him. He told him that the world leaders were planning on nuking highly populated areas, assuming they were all sacrificers. The man said that they didn't realize they were going to kill many innocent people. Skrillex at first didn't care much. He had given up on life. But then he remembered that those crazy people were once his loving fans. They had families, they were sons, they were daughters, they were fathers, they were mothers. They were all loving people. And he realized that this is partially their fault, obviously, because they can make their own decisions. But he decided to take it into his own hands and make it his fault and his responsibility. He knew he must travel back in time. It was the only way to solve this late in the plans. But he knew he couldn't have developed a time machine so soon with so much chaos. So he played all of his dubstep songs backwards to contact aliens and use their time machine. He went back to the year 2012. He arrived at David Hasselhoff's house. Right before he's about to drive off and get chocolate milk, he stole David Hasselhoff's car and drove up to his old house. He tried to rush into his house to destroy all of his music. He realized it was his number one priority to deal with his younger self later. But suddenly he felt a strong pain on the back of his head and realized he was being beaten. He suddenly had a flashback of this exact memory, remembering when the old man came up to his house and he beat him with his iPod, and realized that this is exactly what happened. He suddenly realized actually that if he never beat himself and followed his plans, he could have never experienced the apocalypse, therefore became old and got on this mission, and then come up to beat himself. But if that never happened, it would have still happened. But then he'd come up and beat us, then it would have never happened. So, then right before he passed away, his consciousness slipped in between two timelines because of the paradox, constantly switching in a dubstep montage of switching universes. After about 22,000 switches, he figured a way out of it. Unfortunately, this process had also aged him immensely, and he has the appearance of a very old man close to death. He's actually not that old, age-wise. When he got out, the universe he was stuck in was one of many challenges where he was stuck in a rocket-powered wheelchair and forced to go through random levels. And these levels were built apparently by people, or in that sense, gods, and some of the levels would be very complex and exciting, and others not so complex and exciting. But he one day came to a sign when he was putting his fist up in anger that he was stuck in this universe with a blue-black background, and he suddenly saw a sign. And this sign, ladies and gentlemen, read Happy Wheels. And that is how we know Old Man as he is today. I hope you enjoyed this installment of Behind the Wheels. I hope to bring more sooner and not wait like months to bring a new one. But leave any ideas you want, extra ideas that you want to miss. Do comments if I missed any, if I did some bad information on Skrillex. I didn't really do much research. I just kind of went out on a limb here. But leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want more, favorite if you like this video so much you want to watch it a million times and show it to all your family. Do all that crazy stuff. And peace